Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Chex Mix team in Phase 3. If you guys don't remember from my Heroic Roadmap video, I brought up a graphic of a CLS-led team in Phase 3 that could do a lot of damage pretty quickly with Han Solo in there, with the Zeta on Han. And, someone on my server decided to call it the Chex Mix team, and the name's kind of stuck since then. And, I was going to put out this guide today, and, another YouTuber out there saw it and decided he was just going to copycat me. So, what can you do? You have successful raid videos, other people just want to copycat your stuff anyways. So let's go ahead and get into this team, and you'll see there's a very interesting and surprising figure in here that you guys really shouldn't be that surprised with when you know just how much I like certain characters in this game. So we'll go through the mods, we'll go through the characters, and then we'll just go through the overall strategy. So this is the team, and yes, you are not hallucinating, that is good old Lord Pow over on the right. And you guys know I love POW, but I mean, if anybody had a POW shirt, that would just suck for them. So this is the team I've got. Commander Luke Skywalker lead, and the reason why you want his lead is because Rebel allies have plus 50% counter chance. We're going to combine that with a 35% base counter chance with Han Solo. And for the mods for Commander Luke, you really just kind of want to buff up his offensive physical damage, because what we're going to use is the physical damage from Luke and the other allies and give that to Han. So, we've got some nice damage here on Commander Luke. You saw he had 3,400 bonus offense. So we've got all of that. We've got him at 194 speed. He's going to be one of the faster characters on this team. Next up, we have Han Solo. You will need the Zeta on Han Solo. You need the Zeta here because that's going to be the gateway for a lot of damage with him. So with that, we've got him at 171 speed. Keep in mind, these speeds are very important. For him, we have speed on the arrow. You just kind of boost up his physical damage overall. If you can get him some extra crit chance too, that would be great. He's got almost 70% base crit chance here with the mods. And then next up, we have Lord Pow. This is where the mods get a little interesting. You can see I'm running an offense set on him because, again, we want to boost the physical damage. So get an offense set on him, boost up that damage, give him a little bit of speed, give him base offense with the mods too. Anything can help boost up his speed a little bit. You want him to use his shout to give everybody on the team offense up, and we'll go into more detail about that in a moment. So 171 speed for Han Solo, and the reason, and for Death Trooper, you want him just faster than Han Solo. You can see I've got 172 speed for Death Trooper, and Han Solo is at 171, and you will see in the video why that is so important. There's really nothing here that you're doing particularly for Death Trooper. I just kind of threw on some good speed mods that also had good base offense secondaries on them. So anything like that, you see offense on the cross too. And then finally we have Chirrut, and Chirrut is going to be very vital here because he's going to be giving out the tenacity up through his As the Force Wills, and you want him to be one of the faster characters. 213 speed for Chirrut. So get a speed set on him, get him some nice speed here to make him fast, because you want him to give tenacity up, because if Han gets dazed by any sabers that have retribution, your run is over. So we'll talk about that more here in the run in a moment. So that is a quick look at the team. You've shown the mods. Let's go ahead and get into the strategy run. So with the beginning of this fight, you need to pay attention to the buffs that are on the lightsabers. If they have retribution, they will apply daze to your team, and if they have foresight, they will apply ability block, and advantage will apply stagger. You do need to be very careful with how these debuffs are placed on your team. If Han ever gets dazed, you need to retreat. If you get ability block on Chirrut or POW before they can use their special abilities, you also need to retreat. You can't have those guys get affected by those debuffs because it will ruin your run. Now, for POW, you want to go ahead and use his offense up ability. Give everybody offense up. That will do a lot of damage to Han once he stands alone. Have Chirrut use his special to cleanse everybody, and also give tenacity up to Han. That way he can avoid the debuffs that come from the sabers once he is standing alone. And the other important thing you need to do is making sure that Isolate gets triggered on someone that is not Han. You need to wait for Darth Traya to apply Isolate to someone else. Once that's done, you can then use Standalone with Han. Once you give Standalone to Han, he will then gain 100% bonus offense from attacker allies. Everyone in this team has the attacker role, so everyone on this team is going to give him 100% of their offense. So that's why you have the offense up from PAL. That means 50% bonus offense for everybody here already. Death Trooper, POW, Chirrut, and Commander Luke Skywalker, all attackers, all their offense is getting transferred over to Han. And once you have Han standing alone, you use his special ability like you see here to give himself crit chance and crit damage. So now he's pretty much almost always guaranteed to crit now, and he is going to deal a lot of bonus crit damage in the process. And once you have Han standing alone here, you sit back and you let things take care of themselves. He has tenacity up, the sabers won't be able to debuff him, and because Deathmark is applied to Traya, it's a forced taunt on her. So Han is always going to counter against the sabers by attacking Traya. And since he has a Zeta unique on him, he is going to do a double attack every time he counters. That is a lot of damage, as you're seeing in here. He's dealing upwards of 100,000 damage per hit when he counters against Traya. So a lot of damage, and you'll see the percentage at the top just starts dropping like a rock once you have Han standing alone. This fight, once you have things set up, this fight takes about 2 minutes total to run. So it's a quick and easy way to get 5% out of this team. And you really only need just about 20 people to use this team in Phase 3, and you can clear Heroic in a very easy and short amount of time. So getting the standalone on Han, using a bunch of attackers around him, getting all that bonus offense transferred over to Han, using the offense up with POW, all of that transfers over to Han, causes him to deal these monster amounts of damage. Once standalone is done, you can topple Traya, you can basically get some extra damage in on her real quick, and then this team's going to start dying pretty quickly. They're not really built for sustainability, and that's fine because, again, all your damage was done during Han standing alone and double tapping countering against Traya. So pretty easy and straightforward run. There's a little bit of setup. It took me about 10 runs to get it set up properly with retreating and making sure the right people didn't get the debuffs. But once you have it set up properly, the payoff is incredible, as you're seeing here. I just look at all the damage that I've done with this team. Almost 2 million damage. You can see Han was responsible for 1.8 million of it. So a lot of damage with this team. So that's pretty much it for the strategy. Let me talk a little bit about some other things that you need to watch out for with this team. The one thing that you need to be careful of in running this team in Phase 3 is you want it to be a fresh run. You don't want to have a previous run in Phase 3 because then you can get supercharged turn meter on Traya and the lightsabers, and it can really mess up your run. As you're seeing here in this video, they have full turn meter and it kind of messes up the rhythm because she is going to use abilities out of turn and out of place of what you're planning for. So use this as a fresh run for Phase 3. I used my Night Sisters previously and then tried this team in Phase 3. I only ended up doing like 2.5% at most with this team once things got in place. I had Deathmark applied on Traya, but she moved, so that was one less turn to have Deathmark on Traya so that she was forced to taunt during standalone. So making sure you use a fresh run for this team in Phase 3 is the key here. You need to make sure that you use this team as your first run in Phase 3 because, like I said before, you are going to have problems otherwise. Another thing is you are probably wondering about POW. You know, a lot of people don't have POW. I like POW. What are the characters could apply offense up in his place? We have Jedi Knight Anakin, who is a galactic hero already. He gets bonus tenacity and potency, but you could use him if he can land some critical hits with his AoE ability. He could give everybody offense up on the team, so using him instead of POW is an idea here. You could also use Emperor Palpatine. He can apply offense up to your whole team. Both those characters are ones you really don't have in other teams for Heroic, like I've used in my Heroic roadmap before. So those are two characters that can apply offense up. I'm sure there are other characters out there who can give offense up to your whole team that I'm not thinking of at the moment. Few people can probably comment on them down below, and I will then feel like an idiot for not remembering those characters. So pretty much offense up for your whole team. That's the key here. Making sure you use a lot of attackers. If you have 5 attackers you can use in this team, that's great. More offense for Han when he stands alone. That's pretty much the strategy for this video. And just going over the mods, we've gone over the team composition, the order of speed and everything, and how you want them to run this team, and what you need to watch out for with retreating, and also just kind of keeping an eye on the buffs and the debuffs that are placed on our team and who they are applied to in the process of running this team. And that is pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask down below. I'll do what I can to answer them. Thanks again to everyone who's watched this. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. To all of my McMinions out there, thanks again for watching. And you people who just keep copying my videos, you guys stay classy. But for everybody else, thanks again for watching. I will talk to you guys later.